Night number 2 is here and underway. We have got the Roadsters. They have ran their practice. They have got qualified. And we are set to go here for tonight's main event, night number 2. And tonight's going to be a little different. You're going to see cars on the little track here on the mini like you did last night, but you're also going to see cars on the big track here tonight. And we've got that big pro late model 100 coming up at the end of the night. Make sure you don't miss that either. So, going to be a good night of racing, and it's going to be fun. I'm excited. We had some great racing last night. It's just me, myself, and I tonight. Braxton could not make it. And it's going to be a good night for sure. And appreciate everybody that is already in the stream and tuning in. Hope everybody is having a fantastic afternoon, and I'm excited. Got a lot of racing going on tonight. Let me get the schedule pulled up here. As I believe the Roadsters will be going up first for 15 laps. And then we will have, right here, we got the 15-lap Roadsters, and then the Silver Crowns. If you missed the Silver Crowns last night, them cars are pretty cool. It's basically a sprint car with fenders, so they'll be going for 50 big ones tonight. Legends will have 2 twins again tonight for 20 laps each. Mini stocks will be going for 20, and then limited late models will be going for 25 laps. That'll all be happening on the mini. That'll be all the classes that'll be on the mini. And then when we switch to the oval, we'll have about a 15-minute intermission somewhere along in there to get everything switched over. And then we'll be going 30 laps of street stocks on the big track. And then we'll be going 30 laps of super trucks. And then to end it all night, the big one, the 100-lap Pro Late Model feature. So, again, I'm Cody Demers. I'm your host, commentator, producer, everything tonight. I'm going to be all by myself. It's going to be very fun and interesting and exciting, and can't wait to bring it to you guys here tonight. So, again, if you missed last night, it's on the channel. Make sure you go back and watch it. And exciting racing. And it's hard to pass on the mini, and you'll see it here in a few when we get going. But it's really, really hard to pass. You almost gotta want to use the bumper, but again, this is AI, so it's like they're only going to use the bumper so much till they're not. So we did have 2 cautions last night. We had a big one in turn 3 and 4 with the Legends in the first twin. Truett Miranda spun it around and caused a big pile up, and that was an interesting wreck. And the other one was in the, I'm not sure. I think that might have been the only caution we had. So definitely going to be an interesting tonight. And I'm really excited to see what these pros are going to do, if they're going to have a caution. Definitely going to be interesting to see. So, well, without further ado, let's go downstairs for tonight's invocation.
Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for all your blessings. You said in all things give thanks. So we want to thank you tonight for these mighty machines that you brought before us. Thank you for the Dodges and the Toyotas. Thank you for the Fords. And most of all, we thank you for Roush and Yates partnering to give us the power that we see before us tonight. Thank you for GM Performance Technology and the R07 engines. Thank you for Sunoco Racing Fuel and Goodyear tires that bring performance and power to the track. Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife tonight, Lisa, and my two children, Eli and Emma, or as we like to call them, the Little E's. Lord, I pray you bless the drivers and use them tonight. May they put on a performance worthy of this great track. In Jesus' name, boogity, 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 amen.
Welcome back here to up in the booth here in Nashville. I'm Cody Demers. I'm your host, and excuse me, I'm going to be the one bringing you all the action here tonight, and all by myself. And I'm also in the production booth as well. So, going to be definitely a interesting night of racing as we got a lot on tap. And you see your roadsters; they are on track, ready to roll, ready to go. So. Without no further ado, let's get them ready to roll and get the roadsters fired up here and ready to rumble. So without further ado, to give the commands myself, gentlemen, start your engines. Field comes to life here. Gonna be a good one here. 15 laps is the distance here for your first race here in the Roadsters. They put on a heck of a show. We've seen Sarah Billiter start on the pole and will lead flag to flag, and she's going to be starting 11th here as we take a quick look here at your starting lineup. Row 1 going to be David Hall, Noah Allison. Row 2 going to be Braxton DeWeese and Wyatt Marshburn. Row 3, Lee Jones, Dalton Chupp. Row 4 going to be Greg Mining and James Kirby. Row 5 going to be Tyler D. Hart, Jonathan Sessoms. Row 6 going to be Sarah Billiter, Dustin Lane. Row 7 going to be Demers and Victoria Sessoms rounding out your field, your 14-car field. Field going to roll down into the restart zone. Field's in the hands of David Hall. David Hall yet to win a roadster race. Off at turn number 4. Field's in the air. Green flag underway. We're underway for the first feature of the night. Down off into turn number 1 and 2. There's DeWeese. DeWeese all back bumper that number 7 machine as they work through the corner. As we on board here with DeWeese. On board here with Wyatt Marshburn as they work down the front straightaway. Back into turn number 1. There you see hard braking zone. Field working. Still side by side. DeWeese on the bottom. Outside line. Going to power here tonight. We did not see that last night, but we're seeing it here tonight as Noah Allison going to power on the outside of DeWeese. Here comes DeWeese. Back to the inside though. Right now, it's a full-fledged battle for third. DeWeese on the outside, stuck, nowhere to go. He's fell back to fifth. He's trying to get back to the bottom. Big sideways pedals work down off a 2 down the back straightaway. DeWeese there on the bottom to the inside. There's the 18. That's going to be Dalton Chuck. Meanwhile, Noah Allison trying to reel in David Hall. David Hall in the number 7 machine. Then you got the 50, the Hooters man, Noah Allison trying to get to the back bumper. There's Jones. Lead long shot Jones to third. Meanwhile, though, DeWeese still stuck there on the outside. He's finally going to get down. And David Hall starting to drive away from the 50 machine. Off of turn number 2. 10 laps to go. This time coming to 9. Can Noah Allison get to him as we go a little bit further back here in the back? DeWeese finally got down. As here comes Marshburn. Wyatt Marshburn looking to the outside. Thought about it, trying to go around the 23. He's caught up to the 31 machine. Here comes Miney. Miney looking to the outside of Marshburn off of 4. Mining. Powering on the outside. We did not see that last night. Definitely a different racing track here tonight as the outside making it look easy as here comes Mining. Mining still trying to fight to the outside. Meanwhile, big gaggle of traffic back here. D-Hart, Sessoms, Deemers, Builder, all back here in the back. Oh, Jonathan Sessoms thought about putting a 3 wide there on the 17 of Marshburn. Marshburn going to shut the door. Here comes Deemers on the outside on the 63, the Frosted Flakes machines. He works to the outside. Chuck, Mining, side by side. Chuck looking to the inside. DeWeese lighting to make up spots as he lost earlier. 5 laps to go. This time by Allison. David Hall opened up a second, almost a second and a half lead over Allison. Still side by side though. This going on. All 4, 6, and 7. Oh, DeWeese got to put it there. 3 wide up on turn number 4. DeWeese with a hard drive in the corner there. That's going to open the door up for the Taco Bell machine of Billiter. Billiter going to work down the back straightaway into 3. Here, side by side, the 23 of Mining. Mining on the outside. Here comes Mining. Mining back to the outside. DeWeese back to the bottom. This all going on for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Duking it out. Meanwhile, though, David Hall checked out. He's in another zip code. He's out for a Sunday cruise down the back straightaway, coming to the white flag. 1 more lap to go for the number 7 out of Beaufort, North Carolina. David Hall to the back straightaway. 1 more time in 1. Here comes Hall off of turn number 4. David Hall gonna win your Roadster feature. Allison Jones rounds out your podium, finishing in your top 3. What a race there that was. David Hall dominated just like last night. We see no checkers in or no yellows in this one, and a check out from the race lead. Except it was David Hall that comes home victorious in night number 2 here in your Roadsters. Taking a quick look here at your final results. Hall, Allison, Jones, Marshburn, Chuck, Billiter, D-Hart, Mining, DeWeese, Sessoms, your top 10. Victoria Sessoms, Damers, James Kirby comes home 13th, and Dustin Lane rounds out your 14-car field. Really good racing there in that one. But there's still more to come. Coming up next will be your Silver Crown 50 lap. And these cars, they put on a really, really good race last night. 50 big ones, and never looked back, and it was an awesome race. Awesome race. So definitely going to be fun, interesting to watch. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back here at Nashville Fairgrounds, the Silver Crowns will be gritting up on the racetrack. Welcome back here to Nashville Fairgrounds, and man, what an exciting race that was. Had some good 2 and 3 wide battle, and David Hall comes home with the win there in the Roadsters. Up next is Silver Crown. We got 28 Silver Crowns. If you've never seen the Silver Crowns, these cars are really cool, and they got a lot of horsepower. They're going to be on a small racing surface, so definitely going to be fun, definitely going to be interesting, to say the least. Always a fun time when you got guys of big sprint car names. And actually on June 27th and 29th at Winchester Speedway here in Winchester, Indiana, it is going to be the 500 Sprint Car Tour invades the town for the Rich Vogler Classic in the Tom Bigelow Showdown. They're going to be putting on one heck of a show there, and definitely going to be a fun time, to say the least. And you know, when the sprint cars come to town, it is always fun. I mean, you got a lot of horsepower, and they're trying to put it down on the ground, and it's definitely going to be a good one, that's for sure. So we're going to get cars gridded up here on the front stretch here in just a moment, and let them put on a 50-lap show. They run 20 laps last night, so just a little teaser there for you guys, and definitely going to be a lot different than what it was last night than tonight. So gonna be fun. Again, want to appreciate everybody that's tuning in. Let me know who you're rooting for. Let me know where you're watching from. So always keeps the chat going, keeps me entertained when I'm up here by myself in the booth, and definitely gonna be a fun night, that's for sure. Really wish Braxton DeWeese could have made it with us, or somebody could have come up here to help me, because gonna be a long night, that's for sure, especially when that 100 lap comes, that to say the least. So we're gonna get cars rolling off here and get you your starting lineup for tonight's 50-lap Silver Crown feature. I see Lee Jones chiming in the chat. See Biscuit. See John Riddle. Sorry about the music, John Riddle. Well, let's get our starting lineup here tonight. Chase Dietz and Brady Bacon round out your front row. Carbon Pregrio, Kevin Thomas Jr., row 2. CJ Leary, Cody Swanson, row 3. Row 4 going to be Tyler Rohrig and Logan Seavey. Row 5 going to be Chase Stockton and Dave Birkenheimer. Row 6 going to be Justin Grant, Dazen Persley. Row 7 going to be Matt Westfall and Bobby Santos. Row 8 going to be Mario Klauser and Kitty Schrader. Row 9 going to be Taylor Ferns and Russ Gamester. Row 10 going to be Dakota Armstrong, Robert Ballou. Row 11 going to be Kaylee Bryson and Jerry Coons Jr. Row 12, Alex Bright, Travis Walpott. Row 13 going to be Mitchell Moles and Briggs Danger. Row 14 going to be Zach Dumm and Shane Crockham. And that's going to be your 28-car field for your Silver Crown. Pace car is going to roll off. This time by, we're going to turn 28 Silver Crowns loose for 50 laps here at Nashville Fairgrounds Mini. On board here with Cody Swanson as he works down the back straightaway. Look as they rumble down in the back into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4. Field working lap number 1 here. And you got to get on the gas right back off the gas. It's hard to figure out, you know, where the let-off point is. I mean, you're on a small racing traffic. It's only a little bull ring in the middle of the fairgrounds, and going to be interesting to say the least, that's for sure, to see what's going to happen. And last night we didn't see a real pass for lead, and Brady Bacon actually got the lead on the outside, and he just took off. Definitely looks like the outside line, where we didn't see that last night, looks like it is coming to play here. And the outside line is, you know, it's not the best, but it's definitely Some of these guys are making it work. As you see them working there, as you see Brady Bacon go by. Big lead there. As we go on board here with Carmen Pragriosi. Work down the back or front straightaway. So let's go on board here with one. Listen to it. Listen to the throttle control. Listen to the throttle response. You gotta be key with the throttle. You can't drive off with it. You can't, get too hard into it. It just spins the rear tires. You gotta be patient with it. And I would say they're probably not even 3/4 throttle. It's just barely a tap of the gas and back on the way. "42 laps down and a long more to go. Brady Bacon still out front, almost a 2-second lead over the field. He's going to be catching lap traffic here very, very soon. See, he works down the back straightaway. There you see him. Still out front, CJ Leary, Cody Swanson, your top three. Thomas Jr., Justin Grant, that's your top five. Leary trying to reel in the 9 of Bacon. We're looking a little bit further back here. Looks like Bobby Santos in that 62. Excuse me, that's going to be Kaylee Bryson in the 62. Little gaggle of traffic right here. Oh, we're 3 wide down the back straightaway. 37. That's going to be David Birkenmeyer. He looks 3 wide. Whoa, what a move. And these cars look so stable. I mean, they get through the corner so good. I mean, it doesn't really look like there's a lot of movement in them. "35 laps to go. Bacon out front. Larry hoping for a caution or hoping for Bacon to make a mistake. Brady Bacon, one of the best on dirt. I actually had the chance to meet him at Anderson Speedway a while back, and was a very, very good guy. His wife was actually sitting behind me and the wife, and got to introduce myself to him because of it, and been a big time fan. One of the best in an open wheel car, and definitely put on a good show when he goes anywhere. As we got 33 laps to go. Whoa! Chase Deet's going to go way outside. That's going to open the door up for the 18. That's going to be Taylor Ferns as she looks to the inside there in that number 18. Bacon starting to catch the back half of the field. There you see him. Got to be working through lap traffic in that number 9 machine. Bacon all over the back bumper of the Napa Auto Parts number 9. Oh, he's all over the back bumper of the 24. That's going to be Travis Wellpot. Wellpot not making it easy. 30 laps to go here in this one. Question is, will lap traffic hold Bacon up enough that Larry and Swanson can get to him? Or will Bacon make ease of lap traffic? Bacon's still trying to fight, and it's hard to go anywhere. I mean, you got 2 lanes of 2 in front of you. What are you going to do? You get on the outside, you take chance of losing a spot, or even the lead if you're in Bacon's position. So, I mean, you have to play your cards right. You have to be patient. You have to figure out what you want to do. And look at there. Leary to the inside. Side by side for your race lead off of turn number 4. Here comes Justin Leary to the inside of Bacon. Not what Bacon wanted. Here comes Swanson. Swanson right there in the Bojangles machine as well. He's going to follow Leary. Bacon going to lose 2 spots there off of that corner just by a mere mistake of lap traffic not wanting to move. Swanson all over the back bumper of Leary. Swanson looking to the inside. Here he goes to the inside. Dives to the inside of Justin Leary. Side by side on the forwards. They work down the front straightaway. Here comes Leary. Here comes Swanson. Swanson to the inside. He's going to get lap traffic. Here comes Bacon. Bacon back down to the inside. What a race here for your race lead. 25 laps to go in this one. Swanson out front. Bacon second. Justin Leary third. Kevin Thomas Jr., Justin Grant, your top 5. Bacon on the back bumper of Swanson. Wanting Swanson to go to the outside. Wanting Swanson to make a mistake. Your top 5 on top of each other. Here comes Leary. Leary back to the inside of Bacon, though. Swanson not wanting to make any mistakes. Bacon working on the 80 machine. I believe that is going to be Shane Cochran. Kane Cochran in the 80 Hoosier machine. Bacon working on him. Here comes, Swanson working on him. Bacon looking at the inside. Bacon wants to go to the outside. Here comes Bacon to the outside. Swanson having a hard time trying to get around the 80 machine as Bacon right there behind him as well. Brady Bacon still right there on the back bumper of the number 86 of Swanson. Swanson right there as well. Swanson not wanting to give it up. Bacon not wanting to give it up. Then you got the Yingling of Justin Grant. Justin Grant behind him. Here comes Bacon. Bacon to the inside. Battle for your race lead over 2. Brady Bacon back to the point. Swanson mistaken 2. Slipped up. Bacon took the incident. Swanson on the outside. Here comes the Yingling machine. He's working to the inside. Bacon with a big mistake there, and that's going to make Swanson lose a bunch of positions as they work back into one. Here comes Swanson. He's going to dive back to the inside. The 14 machine. Swanson going to go try to run Bacon back down. The lap car in front of him going to make it hard for him to get back to the front. 16 laps to go, and they're duking it out. Bacon out front. Swanson, Thomas Jr., Kevin Thomas Jr., Justin Grant, and C.J. Leary. Your top 5. Taking a look at the D&M Lawn Service. Top 5, Brady Bacon, Cody Swanson, Kevin Thomas Jr., Justin Grant, C.J. Leary. That's your D&M Lawn Service. Top 5 here with 15 laps to go in this one. These guys definitely putting on a show. I told you guys last night this was going to be a crowd teaser. Here comes Swanson. Swanson to the inside of Bacon. Battle back for the race lead off at 4. Back at 4, side by side. Bacon, Swanson, 2 of the best sprint car racers in the world, in the world, in my opinion. Bacon going to try to dive it to the bottom. Swanson, new race leader. Bacon going to go try to catch Swanson. Bacon's got 12 laps to do it. No lap cars in between him. He's got to go try to run down Swanson. If you're not entertained, chat, I don't know what's going to entertain you. These guys are putting on a duking out show. Here comes Bacon. Bacon back to the back bumper. Brady Bacon. Dirt car. Asphalt. Doesn't matter what it is. He's good at anything he does. He's looking to the inside of a lap car. He's going to go try to catch Swanson. Swanson there. 10 to go. Can Bacon run him down? Nine laps to go. Does Bacon have anything left in the tank? Brady Bacon trying to catch the California native of Cody Swanson. Swanson out front. No cars in beside him. Bojangles, Napa Auto Parts. That's your top 2. Who wants it more? Who wants to give more? Swanson. Bacon. Bacon all over the back bumper. Swanson. Swanson looking at the inside of the lap car. 8 laps to go. Bacon closing. Brady Bacon still right there in striking distance. Got to get around this lap car. Got to make and when you know there's 7 to go, you got to make quick work of lap traffic. You got to make it. You know, if you got to give the bumper, you got to give the bumper. Got to get them out of the way. Remember, coming up, we got the first twin legend, 34 legend cars looking to duke it out for 20 laps. Here comes the lap car back to the outside of Bacon. Here we go. Swanson. Bacon going to look to the inside. Bacon's going to use the lap car as a pick. Swanson's Bacon side by side once again. 5 laps to go. Swanson wants it. Here comes Brady Bacon. Swanson going to go to the inside with Bacon. They're still battling nose to nose. 4 laps to go. Here comes Alpha 2. Brady Bacon in the front. Cody Swanson, the California native, in the Bojangles. 86. He's got to go run him down. 4 to go this time. 3 to go make it. Three laps to go. 2 laps to go for Brady Bacon. This time by. Can Swanson get him? Can Swanson get to the back bumper? Here comes Swanson. Swanson's there. White flag in the air. Can Swanson get to him on the outside? Here comes Cody Swanson. Not going to do enough. Off of turn number 4. Off of turn 4, Brady Bacon wins the 50-lap sprint car feature. Wow, what a race. That was exciting. That was way more exciting than the 20-lap feature last night, boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen watching at home. If you're not entertained, this is why these guys drive the sprint cars. They're the best of the best. Taking a quick look here at your finishing order. Brady Bacon comes on with the win. Cody Swanson in second. Justin Grant, Kevin Thomas Jr., C.J. Leary, Carmen Pregrio, Logan Seavey, Kenny Schrader, Tyler Orrig, and Bobby Santos, your top 10. Mario Klauser, Dakota Armstrong, Matt Westwall, Chase Stockton, Kaylee Bryson, Mitchell Moles, Taylor Ferns, Jerry Coons Jr., Robert Ballou, and Dejan Persley rounds out your top 20. Rest of the field, all lap down. Alex Bright, Chase Dietz, Dave Birkenheimer, Shane Cochran, Russ Gamester, Briggs, Danner, Zach Dunham, and Travis Welp, all laps down. Wow, what a race. If that's anything to show what the rest of the night's going to be like, I'm excited. That was definitely a exciting race, and man, oh man, oh man. What a race. What an awesome race. Yeah. Chat, you guys must not been entertained. You ain't talking. So, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back here at Nashville Fairgrounds, we're going to have the legends lined up, ready to roll. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. Iracing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iracing.com.
Welcome to Elevated Television. We are home to the Pitfall Podcast Tour, the Madhouse Racing League, and if you are looking for a league or in a broadcast company looking to shine and show your name out there, look no further than Elevated Television. More than just broadcasting. We also do quality edits with HD picture quality and more. Here in just a few of what we do here over on Elevated Television. Overlays. We do all forms of racing from late models to NASCAR. So if you're a league owner looking to get your league out there, look no further than Elevated TV. Make sure you check out Elevated Television on YouTube, Facebook, and more. And since we are elevating your game, high-quality sim racing broadcast since 2022. Qualifying underway here for this one. And see Jonathan Sessoms in there. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Wyatt Marshburn sitting top of the board here in qualifying. Looks like he is going to get the pole here tonight in this one. Caleb Paul will be starting on his outside. So definitely a good one there for sure. So let's get the field gridded and give you your starting lineup here for your 20-lap Legend Twin number 1. Appreciate again everybody that's tuning in. That's good. That's good. Hope you're doing having a great day there, Jonathan Sessoms. Alrighty, let's give you your starting lineup for this one. Row 1, out of Richlands, North Carolina. In the Bass Pro Shops, number 40, it's going to be Wyatt Marshburn to his outside out of Florida, Sarasota, Florida. It's going to be Caleb Hall. Row 2, out of Washington, North Carolina, it's going to be Aaron Sessoms. To his outside out of Pendleton, Indiana, it's going to be John Stapleton. Row 3, out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, it's going to be Dustin Lane. On his outside in row number 3, it's going to be out of Anderson, Indiana, it's going to be Xavier King. Row 4, out of Tarboro, North Carolina, it's going to be the 24 of Jonathan Sessoms. On the inside, it's going to be Muncie, Indiana native Sarah Billiter. Row 5, going to be Cody Deemers and the South Carolina native of Jeremy Ashby. Row 6, out of Miamisburg, Ohio, in the 019, it's going to be Braxton DeWeese. To his outside, the 19, where he needs to be, in the back. It's the Frankton native of John Robbins. Lee Jones, Victoria Sessoms, Jonathan Risk, Kylie Bittenbog, and Dalton Chupp round out your final starting rows. Phil going to work through 3 and 4. Who's got it more? Green flag in the air, 20 laps to go here in this one. Off of turn number 2, Wyatt Marshburn with a big jump, though. Here comes Aaron Sessoms. Aaron Sessoms looking to the inside. He's going to take over the second. Here comes Hall battling back on the outside of Aaron Sessoms. Hall making the outside work. Well, we appreciate that, Jonathan Sessoms. We appreciate that. Here comes Joel Smith. We're 3 wide off of turn number 4. Just about 18 laps to go. Does anybody have anything for Wyatt Marshburn? Marshburn has checked out. There you see him. Aaron Sessoms going to go try to race him down. He's got Stapleton Lane right on his back bumper, though. Sessum's going to go try to run down the leader with 15 laps to go. Next time by, can he do it? John Stapleton, Dustin Lane right there behind him. Then you got that B1. There you see it. Here comes Jones. Meanwhile, back here in the back, John Robbins trying to follow Jonathan Sessoms to the front. Hall. Oh, buddy. Oh! That's going to be, I believe, the 77. I'm not sure who that was. If it's DeWeese or Chuck. I think it's DeWeese, and Robbins going to touch each other there. Whoa, Smith way out battle. He's having a bad night. Meanwhile, though, Aaron Sessoms running down your race leader. Can he get to him? 11 laps to go. Aaron Sessoms trying to run down. On board here with Aaron Sessoms as they work down into turn number 3 and 4. Can Aaron Sessoms do it? 10 laps to go. He's got a hot Dustin Lane on his tail. Meanwhile, though, Robbins, Hall, all right here in the mix-up. You got a pile of pack racing right here. Caleb Hall trying to make his way back to the front. Meanwhile, though, Aaron Sessoms they've kind of kept that lead. If you ain't first, you're last. That's right. Wyatt Marshman still out front, though, with 8 laps to go. There you see the 30. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Almost a big one right there. Here comes that 71. That's Kylie Benball. She is to the inside of the 9 machine. That's going to be Jonathan Rist. Here comes the 75. Looking to the inside of him as well. Everybody's still separated, though. Meanwhile, the Marshburn out front. The Bass Pro Shops number 40. Hey, 3 Bass Pro Shops. We got a battle. Here comes Stapleton. Stapleton looking at the inside lane. Excuse me. Lane, Stapleton, all right there. Stapleton looking to the inside of the 13 machine. Aaron's cracked down that lead, but I don't think he's going to get to him. 3 laps to go this time by. Gaggle of traffic here. Here comes the 19 to the inside. He is rolling. He is coming to the front. Lee Jones, the highest mover of the race, up 8 positions in that number 35. White flag, Wyatt Marshburn, one more time around. Aaron Sessoms running out of time. Couple more laps maybe. Off of turn number 4. Wyatt Marshburn picks up twin number 1 win. Here in your legend feature. Aaron Sessoms, Dustin Lane, round out your top 3. Taking a quick look here at your unofficial race results, presented by Elevated Television, is going to be Wyatt Marshburn, Aaron Sessoms, Dustin Lane, rounding out your top 3. John Stapleton, Lee Jones, Caleb Hall, Jeremy Ashby, John Robbins, Cody Demers, and Kylie Bittenbaugh coming home in 10th. DeWeese, Chubb, King, Victoria, Jonathan, Sarah, and Arbilliter and Rist round out your 17-car starting field. Well, that's going to conclude that race. What a heck of a race that was. Up next, we got the mini stocks. They'll be going 25 laps. 25 laps for your mini stocks. We seen, who was it? I think Billiter pick up that win last night too. She was on hot shoot last night. So definitely going to be a fun night for your mini stocks, and gonna be good. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back here in just a moment. Welcome to Elevated Television. We are home to the Pitfall Podcast Tour, the Madhouse Racing League, and if you are looking for a league or in a broadcast company looking to shine and show your name out there, look no further than Elevated Television. We do more than just broadcasting. We also do quality edits with HD picture quality and more here in just a few of what we do here over on Elevated Television. Overlays. We do all forms of racing from late models to NASCAR. So if you're a league owner looking to get your league out there, look no further than Elevated TV. Make sure you check out Elevated Television on YouTube, Facebook, and more. And since we are elevating your game, high-quality sim racing broadcast since 2022. Back here at Nashville, where we have our mini stocks up here and out and ready to go, and definitely going to be a good night of mini stock racing. They got 20 laps on tap, and Seabiscuit flipped it. Yes, he did. I was like a bobber earlier, so definitely going to be fun, that's for sure. So looks like John Van Rist, aka that guy, gonna pick up the pole here in the mini stocks. So gonna be fun. Can't wait. As the field has gridded on the front stretch. We're going to get them rolling. Field's going to roll off here. Give you your starting lineup. Jonathan Riss, Dustin Lane going to be row 1. Row 2 going to be Braxton Louise. John Riddle in that 38. First time we've seen him out tonight. Row 3 going to be Billiter and Wyatt Marshburn. Row 4, Jonathan Sessoms, Caleb Hall. Row 5 going to be Lee Jones and Robert Taylor. First time we've seen him also. Row 6 going to be Cody Demers and Victoria Sessoms. Row 7 is going to be Aaron Sessoms and Kylie Bittenbog. Row 8, Dalton Chupp, rounding out the field. Field going to work off the corner. And we're going to get to go racing here for 20 laps here in your mini stocks. Jonathan Riss going to lead them to the green. Green flag in the air, and we are underway. Riss with a big jump there on the field. So field works down the back straightaway. Jonathan Riss with a big lead. Braxton Louise, though, he won the mini stocks last night. Braxton Louise with a big bumper there from Bentonville earlier on. He won the race, 15 laps to go. Here comes the 17. That's going to be Billiter in the Hendrick car, number 17. Jonathan Sessoms up 3 spots already, up to 4th. He's coming. He's all over the back bumper of her. He says, I want 3rd place and I want more. Here he comes down the back straightaway in the 3. The Mountain Dew machine, the Mountain Dew 24 of Jonathan Sessoms. Sitting there in 4th, but here comes that 17. She's all over the back bumper of Louise. But meanwhile, Riss starting to drive away. Louise on the back bumper of him. 11 laps to go. She's trying to catch him. Glowing hot red brakes. Meanwhile, battle going on right here. The O2 machine. Kylie, she's in that ghost machine. She's to the inside. That's the 25. Dalton Chupp, he started last. He's moved up 7 spots. Here comes the Lightning McQueen machine, the 95. Then you got the 81. That's Robert Taylor in the Sim Magic, number 81. Here comes the 10 machine, or the 70 machine. That's Victoria Sessoms. Meanwhile, though, Louise has caught your race leader. 9 laps to go. Can he get to the back bumper and go 2 for 2 on the weekend? He's on the back bumper of the 79. Braxton Louise out of Miamisburg, Ohio, on the back bumper of Louise. Louise there. Louise on the back bumper. 8 laps to go. Will Riss give it to him? Will Louise give him the bumper? Jonathan Riss out front, led flag to flag. Louise cannot make mistakes. He's got to be aggressive here. He's got to go for it. He's got to make everything count. He cannot make a mistake just like he did there. Louise got to reel him in. Louise got to try to catch him. Running back down. 5 laps to go. Barney the Iracing flagman. Got to give him 5 to go this time by. DeWeese trying to run him back down, trying to get back to the back bumper of him. Coming to 4 to go. He's going to drive it off in there. Hope she sticks. She's going to stick. Here comes Sessom. Sessom's on the back bumper of Billiter, though. Sessom's all over the back bumper. She's going to give him a bump. He's not going to get it. Here comes the 25. Lee Jones in the Ricky Bobby machine. Sessom's all over the back bumper. The Mountain Dew Mania. The Maniac. The Mountain Dew Maniac. 3 laps to go. Can he get to her? Meanwhile, DeWeese running out of time. DeWeese is running out of time to get to the back of the 79 machine. We seen this last night where they get to the back bumper, no go, don't try to be aggressive. 2 laps to go. Here comes DeWeese. He's there. He's there. He's on the back bumper. Can he make the 79 make a mistake? He's going to give him the bumper. He's going to give him a shot. Doesn't work. Off of turn number 4. Through 3 and 4. DeWeese knows he's there. One final shot. Doesn't get it. Jonathan Riss gonna pick up the mini stock win. What a race that was, too. DeWeese tries to go 2 for 2. Riss puts the halt to it. DeWeese picks up a 1 last night, first last night and a second tonight here in the Elevated TV 250 night at the races. Let's take a quick look here at your feature results. Jonathan Riss, Braxton DeWeese, Billiter comes home 3rd. Here's your podium. Jonathan Sessoms, Lee Jones, John Riddle, Aaron Sessoms, Callie Bentonville, Cody Demers, and Victoria Sessoms round out your top 10. Chuck, Taylor, Hall, Marshburn, Lane round out your top 15. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back here live from Nashville Fairgrounds here on Elevated TV. If you're on the Facebook page watching and you want to see more, come over to the YouTube side at Elevated TV. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already done so, and make sure you hit the subscribe as well. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, your twin number 2 for your legends will be up next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back here in just a moment. Welcome back here to night number 2, the final night of the Elevated TV 250. And I just want to throw it out there. Don't forget, coming up here in just a few weeks, we've got the Indy 500. They're represented by Robbins Racing. June 17th, 18th, 19th, and 21st. Practice day will be 17th. Qualifying day number 1 will be the 18th. Bump day will be 19th. And the 21st will be the race day on that Saturday. So do not forget that as well. Going to be very, very fun with all that going on. And can't wait. Don't forget, we got the July 4th Spectacular for Leadfoot Racing League coming up as well. As they will be rolling in for July 5th and July 6th. That'll be a 250 lap race, paying a lot of money for that. So don't forget that as well. So definitely got a lot of big races coming up here in a very short amount of time. So going to be fun. And don't forget, don't know the date yet, but I know it's called the LFRL Yard of Bricks. It is going to be fun. I'm not sure when it's going to be, but it's going to be fun. And definitely going to be a very interesting race. So, going to see who can pick up the win in that one for sure. So, field has gridded. And once again, Jonathan Riss gets another pole here tonight for your legend cars. So, looks like the sun's trying to break through a little bit. And we're going to turn these guys loose for 20 laps here for the final twin for your legends here tonight. Jonathan Riss is on a roll here so far, winning the last one, qualifying on the pole. Definitely got stuff hooked up here as he's figuring this track out, it looks like. So as we take a quick look here at your starting lineup. Row 1 going to be Jonathan Riss and Jeremy Aspey. Row 2 going to be Billiter Bentonbaugh. Row 3 going to be Xavier King, Aaron Systems. Row 4 going to be Dustin Lane and Jonathan Systems. Row 5 going to be Lee Jones, John Robbins. Row 6 going to be Wyatt Marsford, Dalton Chubb. Row 7 going to be Jonathan Stapleton and Braxton DeWeese. Row 8 going to be Victoria Systems and Cody Demers. And the guy that started on the outside pole of the first twin, he's going to be starting dead last. Field's going to work around to the one to go here. Jonathan Riss going to work, try to make up what he can here, and try to pull home another win here tonight. I think he's got some tuned up parts, but we'll go with it. Field going to work off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, and we're going to see who is going to take home the twin number 2 Legend Heat. Green flag in the air, 20 laps to go. Off of turn number 4, here they go down the back straightaway. Ashby, Billiter right there together. She's trying to get to the back bumper of Riss. She don't want to let Riss win another one. Here comes the 71. That's Kylie. She's up front this time. She's looking to the inside of the 13 of Jeremy Ashby. Looking to the inside as she does so. There you see it. Here comes Bentonbaugh to the inside of Billiter. She's falling back. Meanwhile, this gaggle of traffic right here. All this going on. Big gaggle of traffic. 2 by 2 by 2. There's your twin number 1 winner, Wyatt Marshburn. Oh, man. Big wreck. Caution going to fly. Jonathan Sessum's going to go around. I'm not sure if... I think that was Victoria Sessums that started the whole thing. Let's go back and see what happened there. First caution of the night. Looks like just a big check up there by everybody. Oh, looks like the 13 and maybe... Let's go back and see if we can't figure out who that was. Yeah, it looks like the 13 of John Stapleton maybe just checked up a little too hard on the 35. The 35 cut him off. Oh, yeah, he just gets into the 35. Elite Jones, big wreck causes. And around goes Victoria Sessums. And let's see it here from Victoria Sessums' point of view. Oh, heavy damage. Definitely not what Jonathan Arist wanted to see there with 17 laps to go. Only 4 laps completed here in this one. Again, appreciate everybody that's tuning in, hanging out, watching. Phil going to double up here. And we're going to re-rack them, restack them, try it again. Off of turn number 4, wrist, green flag, back in the air. Down the back straightaway they go. Here comes Billiter. Mick Moggs right there on the back bumper of wrist. She's hanging with him. She's got something figured out. Battle down the back stretch. Off of turn number 4, down the back straightaway. Here comes Kylie. Kylie to the inside, looking there as well. She's on the back bumper of that number 9. He just got something figured out. Big gaggle of traffic here. Aaron Sessoms, all them, the first twin leader. He's moved up 6 spots. Highest mover right now. John Stapleton moved up 9 spots there. He's up to 4th, right behind them though. Big gaggle of traffic. Everybody 2 by 2 by 2. Aaron Sessom's pushing Wyatt Marshman. Here comes, yo, buddy. 3 wide, out of back straightaway. Whoa, Jonathan Sessom's on the bottom. Aaron Sessom's on the outside. Whoa, buddy. The 13 machine of Jeremy Ashby stuck in the middle there. No harm, no foul. 10 laps to go. Still duking it out here. Meanwhile, leader Dustin Lane has gotten around Bentonbog, and he is hunting down the 9 machine of Jonathan Arist. Jonathan Arist trying to go back-to-back. 2 wins tonight so far, if he wins this one. Down the back straightaway. Can Dustin Lane get to him? Coming to 7 laps to go. Chubb there as well. Then you got, there's Hall, Caleb Hall. He's looking to get around Chubb. Jonathan Sessoms making moves, making plans. Oh, buddy. There's 3 wide, 4, almost 4 wide right here for a minute. That don't work here. Meanwhile, Sessoms leading the pack right here, and Wrist just driving away. Here comes Bentonbog. She's all back all over the back bumper of that number 19 machine. Here comes Kylie, still right there to go, but Wrist just driving away. Oh, here comes Caleb Paul to the inside of Jonathan Sessoms. 3 laps to go. Does anybody got anything for Jonathan Wrist? Down the back straightaway they go. Here comes the B1 bomber to the inside of Sessoms. Down the back straightaway, nobody gonna get to him. Into 1, white flag in the air for Jonathan Wrist. He's looking to go back to back, winning the mini stock feature just moments ago. He's gonna work off of turn number 4. Jonathan Wrist gonna win your legend feature. He has got something figured out in this machine. And buddy, oh pow, does he got it figured out right. Jonathan Risch going to pick up the win. Dustin Lane second. And Kylie Benbog, your top three. Take a quick look here at your fun official results. Riss, Lane, Mittenbog, Stapleton, Jones, Marshburn, Jonathan Sessoms, Caleb Hall, Deemers, John Robbins picks up your top 10. Aaron Sessoms, Braxton Louise, Jeremy Ashby, Dalton Chup, Victoria Sessoms, Xavier King pick up your 16 spots. Well, we got the limited late models. Will be the last feature. 25 laps on the Mini. Then we're going big track racing. Remember, we got that 100 lap pro late model race. 100 lap. And the last time the pro late models were on elevated TV and we were at Nashville, Jonathan Sessoms picked up the win. So, might want to stay tuned. Super Trucks will be on action too. Street Stocks will be on the big track as well. So, but we still got the limited late models on the Mini. So, don't go anywhere. We will be back here in just a moment.
Basket can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom.
Bouchard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh
and to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Welcome back here once again to the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, and we got the final track, the final class, final division on the big track. We've got the limited late models, and definitely going to be fun, definitely going to be exciting. Kind of excited to see what these limited late models are going to do on here, and going to be fun. That is for sure. So, car's just wrapping up, getting herself situated, and we're ready to rock and roll here. So definitely going to be a interesting night. I'm kind of excited. I'm ready for the big track. You know, the small track has produced really good racing, but we haven't really had any good battles for the lead. It's been mainly just, I would say, single file racing. Hasn't been that intensity. It hasn't been that excitement you want to see. It's definitely been just a kind of riding around. So definitely going to be fun. Definitely going to be exciting, and can't wait for the 25 lap limited late model race. We seen Billiter walk away with it last night. She's going to be starting deep in the field. So definitely going to be fun for sure. Well, let's get them rolling off here and get you your starting lineup. Alrighty. Qualifying grid. Going to be Daniel Berryhill and Caleb Colvin on row number 1. Row 2 going to be Parker Blaney, Hudson Bolger. Row 3, Will LaRue and Casey Beatty. Row 4, Chase Dixon and one of Hickory Motor Speedway's track champions, Landon Huffman. Row 5 going to be Jody McWhorter and Casey Call. Row 6 going to be Caleb Hall, Wyatt Marshburn. Row 7 going to be Jonathan Sessoms, Justin Marks. Row 8 going to be Braxton DeWeese, Chad McLeod. Row 9 going to be Dalton Chupp, Matt Anderson. Row 10, Greg Edwards, DJ Shaw. Row 11 going to be Gabe Brown and Tanner Woodward. Row 12 going to be Sarah Billiter and Jonathan Sessoms 2. Row 13 going to be Mark Johnson and John Riddle. Well, I guess Jonathan Sessoms has, and Robert Schmitzky going to round out your 27 car field. I guess Jonathan Sessoms has 2 chances to win. So he started 13th and he started 25th. So whichever one. Yeah, the big track's always a lot better racing. So here we go. Working through the restart zone. Green flag in the air. 27 limited late models going to roll down into turn number 1 and 2. Here they go down into the corners. Daniel Berryhill and Parker Blaney out front. Here comes Will LaRue as he works as we got a battle here. This all going on for 8th and 9th and 7th. Hudson Bolger, Jody McCormick, and Caleb Hall right there on the 29. They're working on the 17 of Hudson Bolger. McCormick looking to the inside of Dixon Hall. There you see Jonathan Sessoms in the Kyle Busch M&Ms working his way into the corner. Oh, buddy. DeWeese in the number 5 machine. He's right there with him as well. That's going over for 11th to 12th. Double zero. That's going to be Dalton Chupp to the inside of the 90 machine. That's going to be Casey Call. Meanwhile, up front, Parker Blaney trying to reel in Daniel Berryhill as they work 18 laps ago, 17 this time. There you see the field wrapped all the way around the racing surface. Here comes Huffman. Huffman to the inside of Sessoms. Mark Johnson there looking on the inside of Marshburn. Wyatt Marshburn. in the Gatorade. There's last night's winner in the Ford machine. Deep 21st. Here comes Straminska. Berryhill working Blaney trying to catch him, LaRue. Meanwhile, a little battle here in the Hall and Jonathan Sessoms. Neither Paul trying to battle back on the outside of Jonathan Sessoms. Here comes Dixon trying to get back to the inside of Huffman. Then we're coming up next, got the 30-lap street stock, then 30 laps of super trucks, and then 100-lap Rolex model race. Here comes Dixon looking at the inside of Hall. Hall in the 29 Scooby-Doo machine. Meanwhile, Berryhill has opened up a little bit of a lead on the 74 of Blaney. Eight laps to go. Here comes the 04. That's Casey Call or DJ Shaw looking to the inside of Woodward. Woodward to the inside of Sessoms. Shaw working with Woodward. Woodward on the bottom in that 68, that red chrome number 68. She's coming this time. 6 laps to go. And meanwhile, Berryhill has caught the back of the field. Will Blaney be too far gone? 4 to go this time. Here comes the 25 to the inside of Billiter, putting her lap down. She looks like she's struggling in the food line, number 4. 3 to go this time. Blaney running out of time. White flag in the air. Berryhill one more time around. Up off a turn, number 4. Daniel Berryhill wins the limited late model portion. Parker, Blaney, and Colvin round out your top 3. Hey, look at the teammates. 04 in the forward. Taking a quick look at your finishing order. Berryhill, Blaney, Colvin, LaRue, Beatty, McCormick, Jonathan Sessoms, Chase Dixon, Caleb Hall, Holtz, and Boger rounds out your top 10. DeWeese, Brown, Huffman, Straminska, Edwards, Riddle, Chupp, Woodward, Shaw, and the other Jonathan Sessoms rounds out your top 20. Matt Anderson, Chad McLeod, Justin Marks, Wyatt Marshford, Mark Johnson, and Casey Call and Billiter round out your 27-car field. Well, we're going to take about a 5-minute intermission, 10-minute intermission, something like that. And when we come back, we'll be on the big track. We got to get all the cones. We got to get all the safety trucks off the track. and get everything swapped over for the big track. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back here at about 5 or 10 minutes. welcome back here to Nashville's Fairgrounds Speedway. And we got the street stocks, the mighty street stocks. Probably one of my favorite classes lined up on the front stretch. Gonna be a fun one, gonna be a great one, and can't wait to put these mighty machines on the big track. We seen the mini track races. Great, awesome. Now we're on the big track. The big oval around Nashville Fairgrounds. Gonna be tight, too wide, hard racing. Gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. I can't wait to get to it. All right, chat. You guys gotta let me know you're ready in the chat. Gotta let me know you're ready. Who's ready to rumble? Was the question. That is the question. Who is ready to rumble?
Here we go, green flag, boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys!
Yeah, let's go racing, boy! Woo! Let's go racing, boys. Let's get it done. Let's get it on. Let's turn them all loose for 30 big ones here for your street stocks. Field will be rolling off here in just a moment. Engines have fired. 30 laps to go here for your street stocks. Here's a quick look at your starting lineup. Row 1 going to be Lee Jones and Ryan Eminette. Row 2, Josh Poor, John Riddle. Row 3 going to be Victoria Sessoms and David Hall. Row 4 going to be Andrew Cook, Sarah Billiter. Row 5 going to be Jason Thompson and Deemers. Row 6, Dalton Chuck, Dustin Lane. Row 7 going to be James Horner and Ron Phipps. Row 8, James Kirby, Aaron Sessoms. Row 9 going to be Kylie Bentbog and Robert Taylor. Row 10 going to be Wyatt Marshburn and Josh Ebert Jr. Row 11, Noah Allison, Caleb Hall. Row 12, Jonathan Sessoms and Xavier King. Row 13, your final row of street stocks is going to be Ricky Craig and Jimmy Kirby. That rounds out the 26 street stocks here tonight. 1 to go. We're about to turn the mighty machine of the street stocks loose for 30 laps of action-packed racing around the big track here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Remember, the big one's still coming up. Field rolls into turn number 3 and 4. Lee Jones. Green flag in the air. We're underway. Here we go. 30 laps to go. Joe's with a jump. Poor right there with him. Here comes Josh Poor. Oh boy, off of turn number 3. 2 down the back straightaway. Victoria Sessoms there in that number 55. Here goes Poor. Poor to the outside. We're 3 wide already. David Hall. John Riddle. Jump 3 wide through the middle down the front stretch. Here they come down the front stretch. 3 wide, 4 wide almost. 3 wide action-packed racing. Boy, oh boy, this is getting good in the neighborhood. Here goes Sessoms to the inside for your second place. She's moving on up the train. Poor. Meanwhile, 3 wide. Sessoms through the middle. That's Aaron Sessoms, the brother. He's through the middle. Kirby on the bottom. Phipps on the outside. Down the first straightaway. Boy, oh boy, look at Kirby. Kirby through the middle. Kirby on the bottom. Sessoms in the middle. Oh, buddy. Meanwhile, Victoria Sessom, she is catching your race leader. But here comes Poor. Here comes Cook. 26 to go. All this going on back here in the back. Side-by-side battles. Further on back there, you see Allison on the bottom of Phipps on the outside. Here comes Taylor. They're 3 wide down the back straightaway. No, Taylor going to tuck into the outside line. Riding on board here with Aaron Sessom down the back straightaway into 3. Through 3 and 4. Excuse me, 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Allison goes to the top. Here comes the 1. That's Jonathan Sessoms. He's looking to the inside. They're going to be 3 wide off of turn number 4. Down the back straightaway there, you see him. Big gaggle of traffic. Sessom's working there, but look. Look who has caught your race leader. Here she comes. Sessoms, Victoria Sessoms on the back bumper of the 77. That's Lee Jones. Lee Jones on the outside on the bottom. Here comes Sessoms to the outside. She's going to tuck in behind him. Here comes Victoria Sessoms. She's trying. She's doing everything she can to get to the back bumper of the 77. I told you the race was going to be a lot better here on the big track than it was the mini. Here comes Sessoms. Sessoms with a big run down back straightaway. Back here in the back. Everybody's still 2 by 2. Big gaggle of traffic here. Oh, James Horner going to put Jonathan Sessoms on the curb. Here comes Allison. Oh, here comes Ricky Craig through the bottom. Sessoms there. Sessoms on the back door of the 77 once again. She's going to try again. 19 laps to go. Here she goes to the outside of a Ford. No momentum. Jones going to keep it. She's still right there on the back bumper of him, though. Jones pushes up to the center. Kills her momentum. On board here with Sessoms out of the back straightaway. She's doing everything she can to get to the back bumper of him. To the outside she goes. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Sessoms on the outside. Heck of a race for the battle of the race lead here. Jones trying to keep the momentum up. Let them hear it in the chat, boys. Let them know who you're cheering for. Here comes Sessoms on the outside once again. Side by side in a 3. Victoria Sessoms giving it all she's got to get around Lee Jones. Lee, long shot Jones. Here comes Cook. Cook puts his nose in there. 3-way battle for your race lead. We still got 15 to go. Poor's in the mix. 5 cars amongst the group. Listen to her pedal the throttle. Here comes Cook. Cook wants back into it. Sessoms back to the back bumper of the 77. This has got me on the edge of the seat. Here comes Poor to the inside of 69 of Cook. Cook on the outside, Poor on the bottom. Them guys are no stranger to each other. Weekly show, weekly dukes. Here comes Poor to the inside. Sessom's going to try to regroup, though. Try to get back to him. Meanwhile, Poor going to get to the inside of the 69. Eminette working his way back to the front. Look at Jonathan Sessoms. Him and Ricky Craig, 2 of the biggest movers. Here she comes. Here she comes to the inside. Down to the 3. She's to the inside. Off of turn number 4, side by side for your race lead. Down the front straightaway. Here comes Jones. Jones wants it. Sessoms wants it. Jones wants it. Who wants it more? 10 to go. Down on the 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Jones going to slip. No momentum. Still side by side as they work into 3. Lee Jones on the outside, Sessoms on the bottom. Here comes Polar. Cook still battling. They're still side by side through 1 and 2. Down into 1. Here comes Jones. Jones back to the outside. Sessoms trying to clear him. Not the momentum she wants. Jones still's got the momentum off of 2. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Jones. Polar in the mix. Polar going to put it through. Here comes Eminette. Here comes Cook. Here comes everybody. It's a hell of a race for the lead. Poor, Jones, Sessoms, 3-way battle for your race lead. Josh Poor trying to go real in. Victoria Sessoms, she fought, she battled, she crawled, she grinded, she got to the front. We're 3-way battle for second. Back to be 3 wide. Here comes David Hall. Here comes Jason Thompson. Here comes Andrew Cook. Eminette, Poor trying to catch Victoria Sessoms, trying to reel her back in. Chad, if you are not entertained, you don't know what you're missing. Telling you, this is really good racing right here. Poor gonna go try to run her down this time. Lee Jones just fell back to the 5th position. Thompson, Cook also fell back to the 6th and 7th position. Does Poor have enough time to run down the 55, or will the 55 walk away with it? Josh Poor trying to run her down, trying to clinch, trying to claw. Eminette right there, nowhere in sight. Poor trying to catch her though. Meanwhile, Jones, Thompson, Hall, David Hall right there. Here comes Thompson. Here comes Jones. Jones back to the outside. Going to try to claw back on there. Here they come in the 3 and 4. Jones still fighting on the outside. Thompson thinking about putting it 3 wide off of 4. No. Tucks it behind. Here comes Jones. Jones to the bottom. Four laps to go for the woman out of Washington, North Carolina, Victoria Sessoms. She battled, she clawed, she fought, she got her way to the front and has yet to look back. Here comes Kirby. Where'd he come from? Kirby was deep in the field. He's up to 9th now. Meanwhile, look who's caught the race leader with 3 to go. Josh Poor. But meanwhile, big gaggle of traffic. James Kirby in the 19, the 77, the 69. Cook all in midst there. David Hall, though, working to the outside of Jason Thompson. Battles all over the racetrack with 2 to go. Does Josh Poor have what it takes to get to the race leader? Doesn't look like it. Off of 4, white flag in the air. Victoria Sessoms out front. She clawed her way to the front. Got the lead. And with about 14 laps to go, has yet to look back. Poor going to try to make one dive. Epic drives in there. Not going to do it. The woman out of Washington, North Carolina, Victoria Sessoms, going to dominate and win the street stock portion. What a race that was, ladies and gentlemen. Holy moly. Are you not entertained? That is my question. Are you not entertained? Taking a quick look here at your final results. Victoria Sessoms, Josh Poor, Ryan Eminette round out your podium. Jason Thompson, Lee Jones, David Hall, Sarah Billiter, James Kirby, John Riddle, Andrew Cook round out your top 10. Dalton Chupp, Kylie Bentonbog, Jonathan Sessoms 13, James Holder, Wyatt Marchburn round out your top 15. Craig, Allison Demers, Taylor Lane round out your top 20. Aaron Sessoms, Caleb Hall, Ron Fitz, Josh Everett Jr., Xavier King, and Jimmy Kirby round out your 26 car field. If that don't entertain you, I don't know what will. Holy macaroni. Well, we're going to get everything switched back over, take a quick commercial break. When we come back, Super Trucks will be ready to roll here on the big track. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back here in just a moment. Welcome to Elevated Television. We are home to the Pitfall Podcast Tour, the Madhouse Racing League, and if you are looking for a league or in a broadcast company looking to shine and show your name out there, look no further than Elevated Television. We do more than just broadcasting. We also do quality edits with HD picture quality and more here in just a few of what we do here over on Elevated Television. Overlays. We do all forms of racing from late models to NASCAR. So if you're a league owner looking to get your league out there, look no further than Elevated TV. Make sure you check out Elevated Television on YouTube, Facebook, and more. And since we are elevating your game, high-quality sim racing broadcast since 2022.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. Iracing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iracing.com.
back here at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, and buddy, what a race that was there. And wow, that was exciting. That had me on the edge of my seat. I don't know about you guys, but that had me on the edge of my seat. I was ready to rock and roll with that one. It was definitely a barn burner for sure. So definitely appreciate everybody that's tuning in. Hope you guys are enjoying. We got the super trucks up for 30 laps, and then we got a 100-lap pro late model race. So that's going to be fun, and definitely going to be interesting for sure. Cars on track right now for a quick qualifying session, and then we're going to go racing. For 30 laps, so. Alrighty, well, it looks like qualifying has concluded. No, we do not want to qualify. Looks like qualifying has concluded, and we're going to turn them loose here for 30 laps. Only 20 trucks willing to make the start here in this one. So, oh, buddy, what a showdown on the front row here in this one. The 18 and the 7. Jonathan Sessoms will be rolling off on the pole here tonight. John Riddle to his outside of the number 7 machine. Row 2 going to be Jimmy Kirby and Tommy Blair. Row 3, John Stapleton, David Hall. Row 4 going to be Dalton Chupp and Bentley Sessoms. Row 5 going to be Victoria Sessoms and Cody Demers. Row 6 going to be Noah Allison and Xavier King. Row 7 going to be Wyatt Marchburn and James Kirby. Row 8 going to be Lee Jones and Lila Sessoms. Row 9 going to be Dustin Lane and Eric Ware. Row 10 going to be Timmy Custer and Sarah Billiter. And row 11 is going to be nobody. Well, this is going to be a showdown. So definitely going to be a interesting one here. And oh boy, look who gets the pole here in this one. Jonathan Sessoms' first pole of the weekend. He said earlier he always does better on the big track. Does that prove your point, ladies and gentlemen? Jonathan Sessoms, a longtime friend of mine, and glad to see him in the chat, timing in. Field going to work down the backstretch. Into the start zone. Through 3 and 4. Green flag in the air. 30 laps to go here in this one. They work into 1 and 2. Jonathan Sessoms with a great jump, but John Riddle's right there. Sessoms, great jump, clears him. Riddle gonna go try to run him down. Meanwhile, Kirby, Stapleton. Kirby in that orange truck on the bottom. Stapleton in the blue and white truck on the outside. The Ross Chester, or the 37 on the outside. That's Tommy Blair. Jonathan Stapleton in 50 truck. David Hall in the one machine. Meanwhile, though, Blair and Kirby battling it for third and fourth, excuse me. Kirby right there on top of Blair. Blair on the outside. Here comes Stapleton. Stapleton pushing Kirby through the corner. Your leader's driving away. Jonathan Sessoms, John Riddle, front row. They are leaving these guys in the dust here in this one. Three laps to go here in this one. And so far, it's been all Jonathan Sessoms. See us starting to drive away a little by little. Take a little bit look back here, the 20 machine. That's Lee Jones. He's looking to get around the 51 machine. That's Steamers. Stapleton and Kirby, though. Right there on top of each other. Chuck, Dalton Chuck, Tommy Blair, side by side. That's for 5th and 6th. David Hall, Dalton Chuck in the 8. David Hall in the 1 machine. On the outside, the Busch Light number 1. That's down the back straightaway. David Hall going to clear him off into 3 and 4. Right behind them, you got last race winner Victoria Sessoms. And you got Noah Allison. And then you got Kirby, and I believe that's Wyatt Marshburn. Marshburn trying to go around the 5 machine of Kirby. Allison right there. Kirby trying to get around him. That 85, the Goonies truck. Meanwhile, out front, John Sessoms. There you see him down the back straightaway. Big gap traffic. Here he comes up off of 4. There you'll see the gap distance between him and John Riddle driving away. There he goes into turn number 1. There you see it. Jonathan Sessoms has played his cards right. Got the pole. He's almost 2 seconds ahead of second place. Meanwhile, the best battle on the racetrack is going to be right here, the 35, the 91, and the 20. That's going to be Jones, Bentley Sessoms, and Xavier King. Jones in the 20. Here comes that 25 machine. That's going to be Eric Ware. He works on him down the back straightaway. Right in front of him, Jones still stuck on the outside of the 98. That's going to be Dustin Lane. Lane trying to push the 35. That's going to be Bentley Sessoms. This is all going on back here in the back markers. The 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. Here comes the 44. That's Lila Sessoms. Jones, Lila, and the 25, Eric Ware. Meanwhile, the Sessoms, Jonathan Sessoms, driven away from the field. 2.5 second lead over your second place man, John Riddle, coming to 10 laps to go. And John Riddle's under attack from the 50 machine. That's Stapleton. Stapleton on the back bumper of the 7 machine. The DRG Racing number 7 machine of John Riddle. Here comes Stapleton. Stapleton on the back bumper of the 7 machine. 9 laps to go. 8 this time. Can Stapleton get around the 7 machine of John Riddle? John Riddle out of Jeffersonville, Indiana. Stapleton out of Pendleton, Indiana. Battle of the Indiana natives. Who's going to come out on top? 7 laps to go. This is a battle for second. Here comes Stapleton to the outside of the 7. Down off a 2. Down the back straightaway. Here comes the 50 machine. Coming to 6 laps to go this time. Side by side off a 4. John Riddle goes to the bottom. Here comes Stapleton to the outside. Side by side through 1 and 2. Stapleton wants it. John Riddle don't want to give it up. Down the back straightaway they go. Tuck in single file. Opening the door up for Jimmy Kirby in the 215. Jonathan Sessoms out of the picture. Has this race won unless something breaks or messes up on the truck. Here he comes. Down the back front straightaway. Side by side Kirby there in the tow as well. Barn of the Iracing flagman. 5 to go. This time for everybody. Coming to 4 to go for your race leader. Up off a 2 or up off a 4. He's going to cross the line. 4 laps to go for him. Here comes second. Four laps to go for Jonathan Sessoms. He's opened up a 3.1 second lead over John Riddle. Stapleton's trying to get to the back bumper of the 7 machine, trying to get around him. 3 to go this time. The last race Jonathan Sessoms won, I believe, was the Christmas Clash mini stock race. He's looking to turn his roll around tonight. He's going to come through 3 and 4. Off a 4. Down the front straightaway. 2 to go for the man out of Washington, North Carolina. Played his cards right. Started on the pole. Works his way into 3 and 4. Coming through 3 and 4. Off a 4. White flag in the air. One more time around for the 18 Skittles machine of Jonathan Sessoms. His teammate, John Riddle, in second. Working through 3 and 4. Up off of turn number 4. The man out of Washington, North Carolina, Jonathan Sessoms, 18 Skittles. Is he going to pick up the win of the Super Trucks? Jonathan Sessoms going to pick it up with John Riddle coming home. His teammate in second. John Riddle finishing out in third on the, or Jonathan Staples on third. Taking a quick look here at your final results. Jonathan Sessoms coming home with the win. John Riddle, John Stapleton, Jimmy Kirby, David Hall, John Dalton Chupp, Tommy Blair, James Kirby, Joe Allison, Wyatt Marshburn rounds out your top 10. Deemers, Victoria Sessoms, King, Lane, Bentley Sessoms, Lila Sessoms, Jones, Billiter, Ware, Custer round out your top 20. And that is your field. What a race that was. And buddy, old pal, Jonathan Sessoms put a whooping and took them to the woodshed here in the Super Trucks. Well, the main event coming up. We got the all in all Pro Late Model feature coming up. And if you ain't ready, I'm ready. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready. I'm ready. So definitely going to be fun. And definitely going to be a fun time, that is for sure. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back here in just a moment. Welcome to Elevated Television. We are home to the Pitfall Podcast Tour, the Madhouse Racing League, and if you are looking for a league or in a broadcast company looking to shine and show your name out there, look no further than Elevated Television. More than just broadcasting. We also do quality edits with HD picture quality and more. Here in just a few of what we do here over on Elevated Television. Overlays. We do all forms of racing from late models to NASCAR. So if you're a league owner looking to get your league out there, look no further than Elevated TV. Make sure you check out Elevated Television on YouTube, Facebook, and more. And since we are elevating your game, high-quality sim racing broadcast since 2022. Welcome back for the finale here tonight. As we got one more race. And it's the one you've all been waiting for. The Pro Late Model feature, the 100 lap main event. Gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a long one. That is a for sure. Definitely gonna be fun. So, without further ado, let's get you the starting lineup for this one. Row 1 gonna be Jonathan Stapleton and Austin Cansdale. Row 2 gonna be Xavier King and John Riddle. Row 3 gonna be Daniel Jones and Jonathan Sessoms. Row 4 gonna be Dalton Chupp, Victoria Sessoms. Row 5 going to be Jeremy Ashby and Cody Demers. Row 6 going to be Kylie Benton-Boggan and Wayne Cannon. Row 7 going to be Dustin Lane, Caleb Hall. Row 8 going to be Aaron Sessoms and Sarah Billiter. Row 9 going to be Lee Jones, Jonathan Rist. Row 10 going to be Austin Swinford and Dakota Bra. And rounding out the field is going to be Wyatt Marshburn. This is the one you guys have all been waiting for. The finale of tonight's Elevated 250. 100 laps around Nashville Fairgrounds. Definitely going to be fun. Definitely going to be exciting. Can't wait to bring it to you guys. Appreciate everybody that is tuned in and everybody that is watching. And hope everybody enjoys this one. As they work down the back straightaway, they're going to get a couple pace laps to get heat in the tires. And then we're going to turn them loose for 100 laps. 21 of the best Pro Late models here on Elevated TV. Look at the banking through 3 and 4 there. Barney, the Iracing flagman, going to give them the one to go here in this one. Field going to work through turns 3 and 4, or 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. Fans, let them hear them in the chat. Here we go, into 3 and 4. Pace cars off.
Here we go, green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Let's go, racing boy! Off at a turn number 1 and 2 they go. Down into the corner. Down the back straightaway they go. 100 laps to go. Who wants it more? Here comes Stapleton out with a big lead, but Cansdale's back on the fight and on the outside. Cansdale still right there on the back bumper of the 15 machine of Stapleton. Still knows the tails they work down in the corner. Here comes Riddle. Here comes Riddle. Riddle me this. He wants to put his nose in it. Here comes Cansdale. Already a battle for your race lead down the front stretch. Here comes Riddle, 43 machine. He's working his way to the bottom of Cansdale. This is a battle going on for second. Down the back straightaway. There goes Jonathan Sessoms. He moves up to fifth. Here goes John Riddle, the man out of Jefferson, Indiana. Remember, him and Stapleton had a great battle there in the Super Trucks as they worked down into 1 and 2. Here you're on board with Cansdale. Cansdale right there with a half car length between him and the 15 machine as they work down the back straightaway into turn number 1. The Ernest machine up John Stapleton out front, but here comes Cansdale. Cansdale going to tuck out to the side. In the Donnie Wilson number 44. He goes down the outside, tucks back in, not going to do it. Here comes John Riddle. Sessoms right there in that 92. There you see him on the outside. Here comes the 54. That's Dalton Chubb. Sessoms trying to make a move on the 12 machine. Move his way back up into the 5th machine. Here he goes around Xavier King. Xavier King in that 12 machine. Doesn't look like the outside's where you want to be right now. On board here with Sessoms. Sessoms driving it in there. He's going to clear King as they work through 3 and 4. 95 laps to go. 95 laps to go. 94 this time. Track temp 80 degrees. Air temp 78 degrees. 11 miles an hour in the wind. South direction. 57 miles is the distance. Oh, buddy. Sessoms all over the back bumper of that number 12 machine of Xavier King. This saw going on for 4th and 5th. Here comes Bittenbaugh in the 50. She's following. She's following the 92. The 92 is going to get clear. Kylie's going to help him. Jonathan Sessoms up to 2nd or 5th. Not sure who the all black machine is on the outside, but and yes, you are not crazy. You are seeing 2 92s. 192 is Victoria Sessoms. 192 is Jonathan Sessoms. Cansdale on the outside. Here comes John Riddle. John Riddle looking to the outside as well, though, as they work back down into turn number 1. Riddle on the outside. Cansdale working there as well. Here comes Jones. Jones wants to put his nose in it. 88 laps to go. Here comes Daniel Jones. Daniel Mindfu Jones in the South Point, number 21. That white machine on the bottom. Riddle battling it out. This is going to open the door up for Jonathan Sessoms. Jonathan Sessoms going to try to catch him. Got a lot of laps. Got to save your tires. Remember, halfway caution at lap 50. Good working through the corners. There you see the 16. That's Dakota Bra. Sarah Billiter, Austin Swinford, all right there together. Meanwhile, Riddle is caught Jones. And look who is caught Riddle. Jonathan Sessoms. Here comes John Riddle. He's going to go back to the outside of Daniel Jones. Try to go to the outside. Jones going to throw a block. That's going to open the door up for the 43 machine. Here comes the 92. Jonathan Sessoms. Riddle going to try to go back to the outside off the corner. Going to get a ball there. Not going to do it. Stapleton still out front, though. There you see him. Cansdale. Fred Jones. Riddle. Sessoms. That's your D&M, the lawn service top 5 there with 82 laps to go. Right behind them, you got Xavier King in the 12. That's Caleb Hall. Caleb Hall in that number 56. Jonathan Sessoms reeling him in as well. Battle going on right here. Best battle on the racetrack. Sprint, Rock, Miller, Jones, Marshall, Chris, and Sessions. There's the 02. That's going to be Wyatt Marshburn in that red and black and white number 02 on the bottom. Meanwhile, back up front, Riddle has recaught Jones. Sessoms still right there. King, the 56 of Hall, trying to catch back up to the 12. He's going to try to tuck to the outside right here. He's on the back bumper of it. Here comes Hall. Hall trying once again. Chuck Sessoms battling it out as well. Excuse me. John Stapleton still out front. Everybody wanting that halfway caution right now. Some do, some don't. Here you go. Here comes Kylie to the inside of Sessoms. Victoria Sessoms. The 54, Dalton Chubb there, going to the inside of the 92. Here comes the 50 to the inside of Demers. Demers there. Then you got Lane, and Demers. Machine. That's going to be Dustin Lane. Lane, Sessoms, Demers. Here comes the 7. That's Wayne Cannon. $73 laps to go. Stapleton out front, Cansdale, Jones. Jones has caught the 44 machine, but Riddle has caught Jones. The question is, does anybody have anything for John Stapleton? Last laps there. Cansdale was faster than Stapleton, but David Hall, one of the fastest cars in the top 10. That was their last lap. Stapleton with a blistering lap, 19.117. Definitely picked up the pace. Stapleton has led from the drop of the green flag. There you see him. He has driven away. These guys right here are praying for a caution. There goes looking to the outside of him. laps to go until the stage break caution. Here comes King to the outside of Hall. This is all going on 4, 6, 7, and 8. Ashby right there as well on that 22. King right there as well. Here comes that Dalton Chuck machine to the inside of Ashby. Meanwhile, though, Daniel Jones has gotten around Austin Cansdale for that second position. Jonathan Sessoms has gotten around John Riddle for that fourth position. John Riddle moving spots up and up and up. John Riddle trying to run him back down. 56 to go. Next time by, 5 to go to that stage break. Sessum's catching the Cansdale 44 machine. Will he get to him? Here he goes to the outside. John Sessoms goes on the 44 of Cansdale. This is a battle for third. And you got to think, if you're Jones, Cansdale, and Sessoms, and even Riddle, you're praying for that stage break caution. "51 laps to go." Next time by will be the stage break caution. To complete lap number 50. And John Stapleton has started catching lap traffic here, but caution's going to come out and it's going to save these guys. Caution is out, and let's see who all comes down pit road. I doubt anybody comes down pit road, but we'll see. And again, if you're Jones, you're Jonathan, and Jonathan did get around Cansdale for that third position. Let's see if we can find where he got around him at right here. Let's see. He gets around him right here off of turn number 2, coming to the white flag. Clears him, and then that caution comes out. So Jonathan Sessom gets around that 44 machine right before the caution comes out. And you got to think, if you're Jonathan Sessoms, that's probably where you want to be. You want to be in that third position, not in that fourth position on the outside. So we'll see, though, here on this restart, as the field going to be working here very soon to the 1 to green. And it looks like we should be getting it now. No. We're going to race control it and double up the field here. Down the back straightaway. Again, appreciate everybody that's tuned in and watching, and I hope you're enjoying the races. Still going to work into the restart zone. John Stapleton led it all 50 so far. 50 down, 50 to go here in this one. Who wants it more? Green flag in the air, we're back on the way. Down the back straightaway they go. Here comes Cansdale. Cansdale to the bottom. Cansdale to the outside. Looks like the outside line is prevailing. Jones to the bottom. Here comes Cansdale. Back on the outside of Sessoms. Riddle there as well. Look at this. Caleb Hall there. Sessoms trying to hang on to it, trying to get back to the back bumper of the Jones machine. Down the back straightaway. The last thing they want to do is let Jones get, or Stapleton get as far out as he did. And look at Sessom's car like it's shot out of a cannon down the back straightaway. .45 to go. Can Sessoms win back-to-back races here? Battle for second, heating up. Third right there, heating up as well. Riddle, Cansdale side by side as they work down the back straightaway. Who wants it more with them two? Riddle, Cansdale. Riddle going to clear him. Cansdale trying to go back to the outside. Here comes Riddle. Riddle to the bottom. Riddle in this. Off of 2-4. Meanwhile, though, Sessoms and Jones still side by side. Sessom trying to use the momentum on the outside, trying to keep the momentum up, trying to keep him hot. Jones is going to clear him, though. Sessom's going to try to go again. Down in them 3 and 4. Off of 4. 43 to go. 42 this time. Riddle catching the 92 as well. Has Jonathan Sessoms burnt his tires up, trying hard to get around the 21 of Jones. Jones reeling in Stapleton as well. John Stapleton not getting out as far this time as he liked. Here comes Sessoms back to the outside, trying to go back to the outside again. Battle heating up big time for second, third, and fourth as the lights begin to come on here at Nashville Fairgrounds. This is going to change everything. Track temp has went up 83 to 83 degrees Fahrenheit. It has went up 3 degrees since the drop of the green. Heated battle here for second as they work down into turn number 1. Riddle there too. Here comes the 92. Trying again. Stapleton starting to pull away. Jones trying to reel him in. Swinford, Hall, King right there together. Battling it out. Swinford in that blue 42. King in the 12. Hall right in front of him in the 56. Then you got Kyle in it and Dog in the 50 right in front of him. King going to shift up high. There goes the 22 of Ashby in the hole. Here comes Swinford. Swinford going to clear the 12. Here comes Ashby. Ashby back to the bottom as well. Looks like the bottom groove might be starting to come in a little bit. That might help out. Here comes Hall. Hall to the outside of his teammate. Meanwhile, we go back up front for this battle. It's heating up. Here comes Riddle. Here comes Sessoms. Here comes Sessoms to the inside. Three-way battle here for second down the front straightaway. Riddle, Jones, Sessoms. Stapleton driving away. Cansdale wants to put his nose in it. Caution! Yellow flag gonna fly here in this one. Let's go back and see what happened. Oh, looked like the 44 Cansdale got loose, triggered the caution there. Not sure. There you see him get a big time loose up off the corner. Quick caution here. 34 laps to go. .34 laps to go. Caution out, and it's been all John Stapleton. Nobody has had anything for the 15 machine since the drop of the green flag. Should be getting the one to go next time by. Doesn't look like anybody came down pit road that time. .34 laps to go here in this one. John Stapleton has dominated since we dropped the green flag. Jones is right there though. Then you got Riddle, Sessoms, and Cansdale. Does any one of them have anything for them? We're about to find out. 33 laps to go. Coming back to the restart here in this one. Green flag in the air, 32 laps to go. Jones hangs with him on the outside, down off a two, down the back straightaway. Daniel Jones is there. Daniel Jones right there, but here comes Riddle, here comes Cansdale. Can Jones get to him? Look at Caleb Hall. He's in the mix. Started deep in the field. He's up 11 spots. Jones going to go try to run him down. Here he comes, Cansdale. Sessoms falling back like a freight train. I think he burnt his tires up there early on. Here comes Riddle. Riddle me this in the 43. Hall on the outside in the 56. The lights have come on here in Nashville. On board here with John Riddle. Riddle trying to get back there. You see Swinford, Cansdale. Cansdale on the outside there. You see Swinford right behind the 92 of Sessoms. everybody. Caleb Hall trying to go to the point. Here, Jones there as well. Caleb Hall to the outside. Here he comes up off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. He's going to go try and run down John Stapleton. Can Caleb Hall do it? Hall is faster than Stapleton. Last lap, 19.059 for Caleb Hall in second. Last lap for John Stapleton in first, so 19.173. Let's see what happens here on this one. Hall just a tick slower, not much. This is just your Saturday night short track. 25 to go. 24, excuse me. Sessup's trying to reel back in. Daniel Jones in that number 3 spot. Sessup's right there on the back bumper of him. Here comes Sessom back to the outside. Side by side as they work off of 2 down the back straightaway. Sessoms is there. On board here with John Sessoms as he tries to get around the 21 machine of Daniel Jones. Caleb Hall trying to run down the 615 of John Stapleton. Swinford there in the mix. He wants some of the 92. Everybody trying to get by the 92 and the 21. We started this race, it was daylight. We're into this race under the lights. $17 laps to go. And does anybody, I mean anybody, have anything for this 15 machine? I don't think so. Caleb Hall right there in second. Jones, Swinford, Jonathan Sessoms. Here D&M Lawn Service top 5. Riddle, Cansdale, Kylie right there. This is all duking on. 4, 6, 7, and 8 spot. Here comes Ashby. He wants to put his nose in it. 10 laps to go for the man out of Pendleton, Indiana. 8 laps to go this time. He works through 3 and 4, off of 4. 8 laps to go for the man out of Pendleton, Indiana. Caleb Paul out of Sarasota, Florida, right there behind him as well. Seven to go. This has been an okay race. I still think the street stock race was probably the best one of the night. Five laps to go. Four to go. Stapleton's still out front. Two laps to go for John Stapleton. Dominated. Walked the dog. Pulled another Jonathan Sessoms. He walked the dog. Final lap around. Off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway for the final time tonight. Off of turn number 3 and 4. John Stapleton's going to win the Pro Late Model portion in dominating fashion. Austin Swinford and Caleb Hall battle it out for second. What a race, what a race, what a race. Take a quick look here at your final results. Swinford, Hall, Jones, Jonathan Sessoms, John Riddle, Xavier King, Austin Cansdale, Jonathan Riss, Kylie Bittenbog round out your top 10. Ashby, Victoria, Billiter, Marshall Demers, Chuck Lane, Bra, Jones, and Aaron Sessoms round out your top 20. And Wayne Cannon rounds out your 21 car field. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed all the races. Pretty good racing all the way around. Street stock race, probably best race of the night, I would have to say. And definitely a enjoyable race. So we will be back. Elevated will be back Monday with Tracy Brown and Scott Shives and Emmett Crow in the booth for the FW Market E-Series at Dover International Speedway. Check that out here on Elevated TV Live at 8 o'clock. And then this week starts the Indy 500. June 17th, 18th, and 19th, with 17th being practice day, 18th being qualifying day, bump day being the... bump day being on Thursday. Friday we're off, and then the race being on Saturday. And then LFR, Leadfoot Racing League, will be back on Sunday. So make sure you mark your calendars. Hope you guys enjoyed. And for everybody at Elevated TV, for myself and Braxton DeWeese, appreciate him helping us out yesterday. And we'll see you guys later on next week. Peace.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of Elevated Broadcasting. Elevated TV would like to thank all of our fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.